We have economics chapter 4, specialization and division of labor. We're talking about specialization. Specialization simply means the concentration of individuals, firms, businesses, countries in one aspect of production. That means we have a specialty, we have what we know how to do. So when we concentrate on what we know how to do, that means there's specialization. So I wrote, specialization is the concentration of individuals, firms, or a country in one aspect of production. So production will happen, a good or a service will be rendered. But if we start thinking about doing it as based on what we know how to do, then specialization has come into place. So that's why it's the concentration to produce one aspect, or to focus on one aspect of production. So we have globalization. Because specialization continues to increase, it means individuals, countries can concentrate on one aspect of their production. So with globalization, which is the movement of people, the movement of capital, the movement of technology, the movement of money, the movement of people cut across the world. So it means a country can depend on another country. So if country A produces oil, country B might not be able to produce oil. Then to be able to get oil from country A. You get it? So whatever country B produces, it becomes its own specialty. So each individual country can start producing what they know, or can start working on their strengths, what they know how to do best. That is what globalization will bring. So with increasing specialization, globalization can continue to enlarge. So what we are saying is this: globalization has brought about increasing specialization, because the world is just like a small market where everybody can be at the same time. So if that would happen, it would have meant that there's interdependence between countries. Interdependence means country A can rely on country B can rely on country C can rely on country Z. That is what interdependence is. And for interdependence to occur, it means each individual country is producing what it knows how to produce. So, there is water in this country, that is what we have, then we can produce it as much as possible. There is gold in this country, this is what we have, we can produce it as much as possible. So whatever you know how to produce, or whatever your strengths are, you concentrate on it. That is specialization. Can you just stop that, please? Do you understand specialization?
Yes.
So for globalization, this occurs as a result of increasing specialization between nations. Between nations, yeah. So we can now concentrate on what we can do. Then we have relationship with other countries in terms of whatever we need from them, in as much as we can exchange with them. That is globalization. Then division of labor. When we talk about division of labor, we're talking about the breaking down of production process into different stages, and each stage can be performed by different people. So that means there's production, goods or services. So whatever we have to produce, we start thinking about giving an individual certain aspect of the production. This is a school. We have the math teacher, we have the English teacher, we have the business, we have other subjects. So when we have individuals carrying out a specific job, that is what specialization in division of labor. So most of the time we say division of labor will lead to specialization. So when you divide jobs, when you split functions, that individual that has gotten that job or responsibility could become his own area of specialty. So we've divided the job, and because of dividing the job, it becomes specialized. So the individual becomes a specialist. That is what division of labor is. So a concentration of an individual in one aspect of production will bring about division of labor. Do we understand division of labor or not? Division of labor simply means the breaking down of production process into different stages, and each stage can be performed by different people. So we have production that has to be done. So each individual will take certain aspect or certain stage of the production. So if individual takes certain stage of that production, that means we have divided the job. So that is division of labor. So he continues to do that, she continues to do that. So she becomes a specialist in that aspect or in that stage. That is why division of labor would lead to specialization. Do we understand division of labor now?
Yes.
Good. Then we have I wrote here, specialization will bring about an increase in productivity. Because we continue to specialize, continue to concentrate on one aspect of production, it will make us to do well, because this is what we know how to do. So productivity output will increase. Get the point here? Because a country has concentrated in what it knows how to produce, or what it knows how to do. It means whatever it's doing, it will be done well. That is productivity. Do we get productivity here? With specialization, productivity is expected to increase, which means output within a country will increase. So what is the formula for productivity? Output divided by input. So when we talk about input here, we're talking about either capital input or labor input. Sorry, hello, your cap in the front. So when we talk about output here, we're talking about what is being produced in the economy. And for input, we're talking about when we talk about labor, we're talking about the workers. So there's labor productivity, and we have capital productivity. Either ways, they are still going to give us productivity. So when we talk about labor productivity, we're talking about the output per individual worker. So we have produced 10,000 units here. We've produced 10,000 units. 10 workers produce this. 10 workers produce